Listen, man, you guys, you're gonna make me evil. All I wanted to do was just make a ranking of my favorite town halls and then explain why I like them. But of course I got absolutely hated on in my own comment section. Let me just show you. We can only trust Lava Loon Puppet Guy to rank Town Hall 12 as the best, the one that's infamous for being absolutely hated. Bro, who you trying to rizz up in the comments? This is a Clash of Clans video. I don't agree with a single one of your takes, but I hate the name Pablo. Never ever make a list in your entire life. Honestly, dog, I'm not even gonna read the whole thing. This comment is crazy. And listen, I've never met you in my life before. Like, I've never met you. I don't even know who you are, but I know for sure that you got neck pain, bro, because what is going on here? Now, obviously, I'm just messing with you guys, but to avoid this type of thing, I'm going to be making a 100% objective tier list on the one thing that I definitely know a lot about, and that is magic items. We have several tiers here from elite, great, okay, niche, trash, and of course this is a crime because there's one magic item that has to go here. And if you guys are true fans, you guys already know which one is going there. Regardless, let's get right into it. First off, we have the builder potion, and right off the bat, I think this is just a great magic item. Now, the builder potion normally will get you up to 45 hours if you have 5 builders, or 54 hours if you have 6 builders of build time, and this is wonderful because it can also apply to heroes. On top of this, during specific events, primarily Summer Jam and Hammer Jam, it can actually give you comparable, if not better value than magic items, and to have that at a lower town hall level is absolutely broken. Because that's not there all the time, I'm just going to put it in the great category, but overall great magic item. Next up, we have the Builder Star Jar, and this gets a little bit confusing. The thing about the Builder Star Jar is that it can help you when you're trying to get your 6th builder because you're trying to complete all of those tasks, but the question becomes, how helpful is it really? I'm going to go ahead and put it in the niche category, but let me go ahead and show you guys some math that I did for the Builder Star Jar. Now, if we look at this chart on clashspot.com, we can see that a majority of players are actually going to land around that 2400 mark, which is brass 1. At that level, we're getting 225,000 Builder Elixir and Builder Gold, which is pretty decent. But the fact of the matter is, as you start grinding for that 6th builder, you're not going to be at 2400. You're probably going to be a lot lower, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to get up there. And I'll compare this to the Clock Tower potion later on, but kind of keep this in mind. Also, it's kind of undeniable, unless you're like Ashter or you're somebody who really loves builder base. I mean, you guys, I guess you're out there, you know, from the things I hear. But after you get that 6th builder, the Builder Star Jar is kind of obsolete. No, nobody's using this garbage, you know. You're probably gonna sell it for gems, and that is why it's in the niche tier. Next up, we have the Book of Building. Now, obviously, the Book of Building is going to be a lot better than our Builder Potion, and I'm gonna place it up there. I'm not gonna put it in the elite tier. There's like one thing in particular that I really want to put there, but the Book of Building is easily the best magic item when it comes to books. And the reason for this is quite simple, and I did the math in my magic items video, but the fact of the matter is that currently in game, the number of magic item upgrades that you have for the buildings is about 55 magic item upgrades. Contrast that to the lab, which only has 34 magic item upgrades. As a result, it's more important than ever to have a lot of building magic items, and because of that, the Book of Building is going to be a lot higher than a lot of the other stuff, as you guys will see. But anyways, nobody's complaining about the Book of Building. We all know it's really good. Next up, we have the Hammer of Building. Honestly, maybe we'll put it in elite tier for now, but the Hammer of Building is very, very good for the same reasons that I just mentioned, right? First of all, we have a ton of building upgrades, and second of all, I mean, these are really easy to get. You can get them consistently, and they're very, very good for any player that has good magic item value. The really nice thing about hammers is that you dictate when you buy them, so you're never forced to use a hammer. I really like that when it comes to the hammers, because books, you know, you might get them from like events or stuff like that, and then you have to use them. That doesn't happen with hammers, so definitely, I'm going to put this in the elite category, but I have something else that's probably going to go up here. Next up, we have the Hero Potion, and guys, this is going to be hard. I think I'm gonna put the Hero Potion right behind the Builder Potion. The reason for this is simple. The Hero Potion is so powerful now because you get max heroes as well as max pets, and you don't even need to have any levels on your heroes. For my rushers out there, whether you're upgrading just one of your heroes or you're not upgrading any of your heroes, this is absolutely broken. You're basically skipping months of the game temporarily. You're gonna get better Clan War League rewards. You're gonna be able to attack in higher leagues. It's just crazy the amount of work that a single potion could do. The only only reason that I'm putting this behind the builder potion is simply because the value during Summer Jam and Hammer Jam for the builder potion is actually insane. It's dumb. And because if you're a maxer, you probably don't care about hero potions anyway. That's the only reason. Other than that, wonderful magic item, one of my favorites to say the least. Next up, we have the wall ring. Bro, instant trash. Garbage. Let's be real. Okay, look, everybody loves the wall ring, right? Like, yeah, you know, you get a bunch of wall rings, you upgrade a bunch of walls, but what is a wall ring really? It's either 1,000,000 gold or 1,000,000 elixir. That's it. That's what every single wall ring can give you. And even if you sell the wall ring, it's gonna give you 5 gems. I mean, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, individual wall rings really are not that exciting. It's not something you should look forward to. I mean, nowadays farming is so easy, you could make that 1 million in literally half an attack. I hope they really get a buff so that they upgrade individual wall pieces, because that would actually do quite a bit. But right now, trash tier. Easy. I'm not even gonna waste time on this. Next up, we have the Book of Fighting. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and place it right behind the Book of Building. The only reason the Book of Fighting is behind the Book of Building is because there's more magic item upgrades for those buildings. I mean, that's literally the only reason, but these magic items are chef's kiss. I mean, they are perfect and they are wonderful for progression in the game. All right. Now I've been waiting for this moment right here, and this might slap some people in the face. Hammer of Heroes. This is a crime. This is an absolute crime. You should be arrested if you ever buy a Hammer of Heroes. Like, this is terrible. And let me explain why, okay? We already talked about the fact that you can't really get penalized for having hammers, and that you can pick when to buy your hammers. So we know that you're never forced to buy hammers, right? The Hammer of Heroes, for some odd reason, is more expensive than all the other hammers. Now, don't get me wrong, hero upgrades are really, really important in the game. And if you don't do them over an extended period of time, you know, you won't be able to do that well. That being said, this is an 8-day upgrade, and it costs more than the magic item that gives you a 16-day upgrade. I don't know. And if that wasn't bad enough, you could actually buy 1.5 builder potions with the extra that you're spending on the Hammer of Heroes. And let's be real, you'll get Books of Heroes quite often. You'll get 2 in the gold pass, sometimes you'll get them for events. I mean, there's no reason for us to feel like we have to spend extra on the Hammer of Heroes. Never ever buy one of these things. It's literally a crime. Don't do it, okay? It's really inefficient. And to be honest, most of you are probably not at those 8-day upgrades for your heroes anyway, so this is a crime. Like a terrible crime. And if any of you ever send me a video or something like that of using a Hammer of Heroes on a pet or something like that, I might actually be deceased. Speaking of pets, we got the pet potion. I mean, it's okay. And that's really all I can say about the pet potion. If we head over here to my little handy dandy chart I made right here, the total time that you have for pets is 1 year, 7 months, and 22 days. Now, that sounds like a lot of time. That sounds scary, you know what I mean? But the reality of the matter is, who is upgrading every single pet? I know you're not using Lassie. Don't even joke. Don't even mess with me right now. Nobody's using that thing. So if you actually account for the pets that you are going to use, the time is quite shorter than this. On top of this, you're probably going to finish pets anyway, just naturally, without having to push it with pet potions. So in essence, this potion is just speeding up something that's going to happen anyway. I mean, look down here. Contrast this to the builder and the lab time, which is like 5 years each. Yeah, I mean, you'll be all right with the pets. You don't need the potion. So we already talked about how the builder star jar for a lot of players, you know, you're gonna get around like 200,000 maybe builder elixir and gold if you're at a high enough league. Sure, whatever. And the clock tower potion is not really super powerful. I think it used to be more powerful, but it was nerfed. Now it only gives you about 4.5 hours worth of time skip. But the biggest thing in my opinion is time skipping when it comes to getting the 6th builder. And the reason for that is because you can constantly attack in builder base and you can constantly just continue to get loot. Because of this, I think it's more useful if those upgrades complete faster, especially the ones at the later builder halts, because they take a long time to do anyway. You're not gonna have any problems finding more resources in the 5-day upgrade that you have. So personally, I think the clock tower potion is a lot better. Again, it is niche because I can't remember the last time that I used the clock tower potion. I mean, after you get the 6th builder, it's useless. Next up, we have the resource potion. Now this one is going to go in the trash tier, duh, but it's gonna go above the wall ring. And the math is really simple here, right? Wall ring, it gives you 1 million gold or 1 million elixir. If we go to my chart right here, you can see that the resource potion will get you 1.176 million gold and elixir each, as well as 12,000 12,000 dark elixir. So yes, technically it is better than the wall ring. I mean, ooh. Honestly, if I go on my account and I start farming right now and I get 1.1 million gold or elixir and 12,000 dark, it's like an okay raid. Like nowadays, bro, 1 million gold and elixir, we're not sweating over this. The more useful part about this is the fact that you can sell them for 10 gems. I mean, that's actually helpful for no matter what level you're at. So yes, I mean, it does serve that purpose, but I'm still gonna keep it in the trash tier because I think it's worse than the other magic items. Next up, we have the Rune of Builder Elixir. Now, I'm gonna make an exception to the builder base magic items here. I'm gonna put this in okay, and I'm actually gonna put it above the pet potion, okay? And the reason for this is because the Rune of Builder Elixir is a huge help when it comes to getting the 6th builder. In fact, if you don't have them, it's significantly gonna slow you down by like weeks. Again, we're gonna go back to this chart where I did a little bit of math. What you guys can see is that if we're looking at the gold that is required to unlock the 6th builder, it's about 19.5 million gold. Let's call it there. If we're looking at the elixir that is required, it's about 95 million elixir. That is a lot of elixir. Like, a lot. And if you don't have runes of builder elixir, you're going to have a very tough time completing these upgrades. On top of this, contrary to the pet potion, which can, you know, be bypassed by the hero potion, as well as just, you know, it'll naturally get done as it goes on, I think getting that 6th builder faster is more important than like temporarily speeding up your pets. And the Rune of Builder Elixir has a significant impact on whether or not you get that 6th builder. So personally, I'm putting it in the okay tier. The issue with it is obviously, you know, the fact that once you get the 6th builder, that's it. You know, 50 gems every time though. Hey, not bad. Next up, we have the Hammer of Fighting. I guess I'll go ahead and put this in the elite tier as well. Same thing as before, same rationale. It is very helpful, especially for those dark elixir upgrades in my opinion, but it is going to go behind the Hammer of Building because there are less magic item upgrades. Anyways, we can move on. Rune of Builder Gold. Yes, I'm going to put this in the niche tier. Again, the amount of elixir that you need is like 4.5 times as much as the amount of gold that you need to unlock it. Yes, it is helpful. It is. But it is super niche in my opinion. I think I would prefer pet potions over it because they're helpful in, you know, the permanent part of the game, the part that we're, you know, all going to be playing for an extended period of time. And the Rune of Builder Gold is just not as significant as the Rune of Builder Elixir. Definitely better than the Clock Tower Potion and the Builder Star Jar though, bro. No questions there. Rune of Dark Elixir is next. This one is gonna go behind the Book of Fighting. The Rune of Dark Elixir in the normal game is very convenient. I think the best thing about it, and my most favorite thing about the Rune of Dark Elixir, is the fact that if you have a Book of Heroes and you need to get rid of it so that you can get another Book of Heroes, the Rune of Dark Elixir makes that super easy. I mean, it's like a quick 1-2 punch, it's done. It helps out quite a bit. I am gonna put it lower than the books though. I don't think it's as important as the books, and I'm putting it above the Builder Potion just because in general, outside of, you know, those exceptional times, I think it can be quite helpful. Overall, a solid magic item, something I'm always really happy to get, and I think a lot of players benefit from it every single day. Next up, we have the Book of Spells. The thing about the Book of Spells, easily the worst book out there. The reason for this is simple. We have 34 magic item upgrades in the lab. Maybe like, you know, a quarter of those are actual spell upgrades. Beyond that, we don't have that many spell upgrades that you need books for. Also, it just seems like I get so many of these. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but these things just clog up my inventory. I get one every month from the Gold Pass, practically never use it. I mean, they're not a hot commodity, you know, but overall, definitely the worst book. Rune of Elixir. So this one right here, I think I'm gonna put this behind the hero potion. Look, golden elixir is really nice to get, especially when you're at those higher town hall levels, and it can help if you have a Book of Heroes and, you know, you need to get rid of it. You can use it on the warden, but let's be honest, it's not hard farming anymore. I mean, farming nowadays, bro, you should have been there in my day, you know what I mean? I feel like one of those parents, you know, who always says like, you know, going to school is not as hard as it was in my day. You had to, you know, walk through the lake and fight off the gators. But realistically, I mean, farming is significantly easier than it ever has been before. I think that's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing, and I'm happy that the game has gone there, but it just makes magic items like this a lot less useful. Next up, we have the Book of Everything. Easily best magic item in the game. Now, a lot of people might be saying, whoa, BD, I mean, sure, you know, it's really good, it's versatile, but is it better than a hammer? Yes, it is. And here's why. because unlike the other books, we don't get books of everything that often. That means you can save your book of everything for longer so that you can use it on a better upgrade. That in itself is a huge benefit to a book of everything. Obviously, the fact that you can use it on any of the other upgrades in the game also really helps out this fact. And if you're preparing for a new town hall, like right now we're thinking about Town Hall 18 coming out, right? If we're preparing for a new town hall, it's actually really good for you to stack as many of these as possible, because again, you're not going to be forced to use them. Best magic item in the game, hands down. It's not even close. Next up, we have the Rune of Gold. I'm going to put this right behind the Rune of Elixir. The only reason is because you can't use a Rune of Gold to save you a Book of Heroes, but you can do that with a Rune of Elixir, obviously. Next up, we have the Book of Heroes. Bit controversial, but I think the Book of Heroes is actually a bit worse than the Book of Building and the Book of Fighting. Now, don't get me wrong, heroes are a super important part of the game. Without them, you're not going to do much at all. I mean, let's be real. But the fact that the hero potion has been reworked so that it applies and it can get you those max levels really makes the punishment for not upgrading heroes not as severe. Now, the Book of Heroes are super important still. I mean, obviously you're going to use them quite a bit, but you don't get the best value out of the Book of Heroes unless you have long hero upgrades, and for a lot of players, they're just not at that level yet. So overall, I think the Book of Heroes is super important, definitely better than the Book of Spells, like by a mile. But I think having the Book of Fighting and the Book of Building is actually more important because they have huge magic item timers at Town Hall 17 that you can skip. Still a wonderful book though. I love getting it. It's an awesome magic item. Next up, we have the Super Potion. Honestly, this is trash. This might actually be, you know, I don't think it's as bad as the Hammer of Heroes, and I made this category specifically for the Hammer of Heroes, but dude, the Super Potion is trash. I mean, it'll save you 25,000 Dark Elixir. Ooh, I mean, you know, 25,000 Dark Elixir is nothing nowadays. You know, you could raid that in maybe 2 raids. You can maybe do that in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I mean, we're doing the Hero Rush contest right now, and the number 1 clan, and there's still a day left, the number 1 clan has over 1 billion Dark Elixir. What are we talking about right now? Next up, we have the Shovel of Obstacles. Honestly, for the fans, I'm gonna put this above the runes. And here's why. A, you get the same amount of gems. And B, this magic item, sure, it's fully cosmetic. You know, it doesn't help your efficiency. I personally like having a few of them around for when I wanna save decorations on my account. And I'm sure like a lot of players feel the same way. And you know, controversial as it may be, there is a competitive advantage nowadays if you spam your, you know, decorations in the entire base. But you know, that's not here nor there. I'm not here to tell you to do any of that. But I think it's honestly a really useful magic item. And the fact of the matter is it offers you something that you literally cannot do. Like, you can still get gold. You can still get elixir. You can still do those things, you know, you'll have to give up a little bit of time to do that. But if you don't have a Shovel of Obstacles, you are not moving that birthday cake. It does not matter. The greatest change for the Shovel of Obstacles was to make the moving the obstacles permanent. That was a wonderful change. And I mean, the moment that happened, it made this magic item really good in my opinion. So yeah, some people might say, you know, okay, objectively, it's not that good, but I personally think for the experience, it is quite good. Training Potion. I mean, this is an old list, so it has the training potion. Obviously, we don't have the training potion in the game anymore. Rip the training potion, but we do have Clash Anytime, and I mean, anybody would take that over the training potion. Sorry, dude. Research Potion. I'm gonna put this right behind the Builder Potion. Now, generally, I would put it above the Builder Potion. And the reason for that is because remember how I said we don't have that many magic item upgrades for the lab? Well, we still have a lot of smaller upgrades to complete. They're not as long as magic items, but there's a ton of mini ones. So the Resource Potion can help with that quite a bit. However, I have to rate the Builder Potion higher because during Hammer Jam and Summer Jam, the efficiency is through the roof, and the Research Potion just doesn't get you that same amount of value. It does get you increased value, but it's not comparable to hammers and books. Next up, we have the Hammer of Spells, and honestly, I'm going to just put this just above the spells. Yes, it's better than the Book of Spells 100%, but the issue is that we don't have that many of those upgrades. I like it because you are not forced to buy them once again, so you're not gonna buy them that often, only when you need them or if you don't have a Book of Spells. And honestly, knowing the game and how it is, you probably have a Book of Spells too many, you know? It is useful, but it's just not as good as the other books in my opinion. Last but not least, we have the Power Potion, and the perfect spot for this is right behind the hero potion. Power potion makes it really easy for you to transition into new town halls when you don't have maxed armies, or if you want to try another army and you're rushed, it makes it super easy. But it's not as good as the hero potion because, dude, max heroes for no work at all is insane. I mean, that's just crazy. When they first came out with it, I lost my mind. I remember I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, rushing is so powerful now, and it is. I think it is better than the shovel of obstacles. I mean, yeah, but yeah, power potions definitely really useful. Completely useless when you're maxed, but you know, useful on your way there. And guys, that is it. That is the official tier list of magic items. And guys, I'm genuinely confident about every single thing on this list. I think this is like 100% accurate in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree, because clearly a lot of you disagreed on the town hall ranking. And look, I'm not gonna hold you back from drama or anything, so if you're feeling left out and you want to know exactly what I'm talking about, then check out this video right here, because this is where I rank every single town hall from worst to best in my opinion.